Hi guys, it's your latest news TV. APC ADC Intensify preparation for 2027 elections as Nigeria political battle begins early. Nigeria political atmosphere is rapidly heating up as the ruling All Progressive Congress and the opposition African Democratic Congress intensify preparation for the 2027 general election. Across the country, political parties have begun primary elections, consultations, coalition meetings, and strategic realignment aimed at positioning themselves ahead of what analysts describe as one of Nigeria's most consequential elections since 1999. The growing political activities come amid rising public concern over inflation, insecurity, unemployment, fuel subsidy removal, and economic hardship under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration. Political observers say both the APC and ADC are working aggressively to consolidate support bases, resolve internal disputes, and attract influential politicians before the campaign season fully begins. The APC has already commenced internal consultation and primary election in several states ahead of the 2027 polls. Reports indicate that the ruling party recently conducted House of Representatives primaries in multiple states, while governorship preparation intensified in Rivers, Lagos, Kano, Bauchi, and other political strategic states. In Rivers State, former House Minority Leader Kingsley Shida emerged as APC governorship candidate after securing overwhelming delegate support during party primaries. Within the APC, however, internal tension are reportedly growing over the increasing use of consensus arrangement and allegiance imposition of candidates. Several party members and aspirants have raised concern that the consensus strategy may create division capable of affecting party unity before the election. Political analysts warn that unresolved internal disputes within the APC could encourage defection and weaken the party dominance in some regions. Despite the tension, APC leaders insist the party remains Nigeria's strongest political structure with nationwide reach and governance experience. President Bola Tinubu is widely expected to seek a second term in office under the APC platform in 2027. Supporters of the president argue that these economic reforms, though painful, are necessary for long-term recovery and national stability. The Tinubu administration has repeatedly defended fuel subsidy removal, exchange rate reforms, tax restructuring, infrastructure investment, economic liberalization policies. Government officials claim these reforms are beginning to stabilize Nigeria's economy despite public hardship. However, opposition politicians continue criticizing the administration over rising food prices, naira depreciation, increased poverty, insecurity challenges, cost of living crisis. The growing dissatisfaction among many Nigerians is expected to become a major issue during the 2027 campaign. The African Democratic Congress is increasingly positioning itself as a major opposition platform ahead of the election. The party has intensified candidate affirmations, coalition talk, and organizational restructuring across multiple states. ADC leaders recently rejected rumors suggesting the party might not participate in the 2027 election, insisting that preparations remain fully on course. In Sokoto State, the ADC formally affirmed candidates for national and state assembly elections as part of efforts to strengthen the party's structure nationwide. The opposition party has also become central to coalition discussion involving several influential Nigerian politicians seeking to challenge the APC government. Several oppositions figures are reportedly exploring possible alliances ahead of 2027. Among politicians linked to coalition discussion are Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, Rotimi Amaechi, Nasir El-Rufai, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. Analysts believe the opposition understand that defeating the APC may require a united presidential ticket capable of attracting votes across different regions of the country. One of the biggest questions ahead of the election remains whether opposition parties can overcome personal ambitions and regional rivalries to form a single coalition candidate. The Independent National Electoral Commission has already released important timelines connected to the 2027 election. Reports indicate that political parties are under pressure to complete primaries and candidate submission before official deadline established under the Electoral Act. Some opposition parties recently urged INEC to extend deadlines for party primaries, arguing that the current timetable favors larger political parties with stronger financial and organizational structure. Political stakeholders are also calling for reforms aimed at improving electoral transparency, electronic transmission of results, voter confidence, election security, internal party democracy, growing political realignment. Nigeria is already witnessing increasing political defection and realignment as politicians position themselves for 2027. Several former APC members are reportedly engaging opposition parties, while some PDP and Labour Party politicians are exploring coalition options. Observers say the coming months could witness major defection, coalition announcements, regional endorsement, presidential declarations, inter-party restructuring. These developments are expected to dramatically reshape Nigeria's political landscape before campaigns officially begins. Security and economics likely to dominate campaigns. Political analysts expect a security and economics hardship to dominate campaign discussion ahead of the election. Issues likely to shape the 2027 political debate include banditry, terrorism, kidnappings, food inflation, youth unemployment, fuel prices, electricity supply, corruption, state policy. Many Nigerians are demanding clearly policy solutions from political parties rather than traditional campaign rhetoric. Youth participation is also expected to play a major role in the 2027 election. The influence of younger voters increased significantly in the 2023 election, particularly through social media mobilization and digital political campaign. Political parties are now investing heavily in online campaign, youth outreach, influencer engagement, digital fundraising, grassroots mobilization. Analysts believe young voters may once again determine the direction of the election, especially in urban centers such as Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kano, and Kaduna. Although the election remains months away, Nigeria's political environment is already entering a highly competitive phase. The APC seeks to retain power and defend Tinubu reforms, while opposition parties hope economic desertification can create an opportunity for political change. As coalition negotiations, party primaries, and political realignment continue, the battle for Nigeria's presidency is gradually becoming clearer. Observers believe the next few months could determine the strength of opposition alliance, APC internal unity, regional political calculations, candidate popularity, electoral momentum headline into 2027. For many Nigerians facing economic hardship and insecurity, the coming election is increasingly viewed as a defining moment for the country's democratic future. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to stay updated by subscribing, liking, and sharing.